Imagine you invest $1 in a company, and in less than 10 years it becomes worth $80. Sounds like a dream, right? Now imagine that same company, just a decade later, disappears entirely, stores shuttered, jobs gone, brand wiped off the map. That's the wild ride of Circuit City, once a $12 billion retail empire. This isn't just a story of boom and bust, it's a lesson in pride, complacency, and the unforgiving nature of change. Why is this story important for you? Because whether you're building a business, growing a career, or just trying to survive in a fast-changing world, the rise and fall of Circuit City offers vital lessons. If you're new here, welcome. Hit subscribe for more deep dives into how iconic brands rise and fall, and what we can learn from them. In 1949, a young entrepreneur named Sam Wurtzel was passing through Richmond, Virginia, when he heard about the first TV station in the South. Sensing the silver screen future of television, he launched a store called Ward's, his family initials, and began selling the newfangled sets. What made this spark turn into a blaze? Two moves in particular. Sam offered free home trials of TV sets, essentially letting people bring a heavy, expensive box into their living rooms to see if they liked it. Once they tried it, many kept it. He financed households to buy TVs. At a time when these were luxury items, that accessibility was radical. By the 1960s, Ward's had grown to 4 locations, doing around $12 million a year. But Sam recognized his strength was sales, not operations, which is when his son Alan Wurtzel stepped in, joined in 1972, and led the transformation. Alan saw the superstore concept emerging: big spaces, large inventories, one-stop shopping. He turned the business from small TV shops into electronic superstores, stacking VCRs, radios, appliances, people hungry for the newest gadget, and expert salespeople ready to guide them. By 1980, the chain hit $1 billion in sales. The 1980s then saw a meteoric rise. By the end of that decade, the company's stock was among the highest performing on the market. Investors were making serious money. This period lays the foundation. Excellence in service, the right product at the right time, the scale, the culture. But, as we'll see, all that success planted seeds of later weakness. Entering the 1990s, Circuit City was sitting very comfortably. They had hundreds of stores, 600 plus by 2000, and annual sales nearing $12 billion. At this peak, the company enjoyed tremendous advantages: economies of scale, bargaining power with suppliers, strong brand recognition, expert sales staff, and customers expecting high-touch service. But success has a dark side: complacency. The world around them was shifting. Electronics were becoming easier to use, less reliant on salesperson hand-holding. Customers increasingly prioritized price over service. Meanwhile, a competitor, Best Buy, began to exploit exactly this shift: self-service model, huge selection, lower cost of staffing, more accessories. Circuit City misread what was happening. Importantly, in 1998 the chance to purchase Best Buy for around $30 million was on the table, but Circuit City's then CEO Rick Sharp turned it down, believing they could beat Best Buy on their own. In hindsight, this was a monumental missed opportunity. They doubled down on what had worked, but the world they were competing in was no longer the same. The year 2000 marked a turning point. The company changed leadership. Alan McCullough, not a retail native, became CEO, and the board made choices that would seal the fate of the company. Here are the big missteps. Exiting the appliance business. What had been 10 to 15% of business was sold off at the exact moment the U.S. housing boom was kicking in, and appliance demand soared. Circuit City abandoned a growing market. Spinning off and selling away promising assets, they incubated what turned out to be a very successful business: CarMax, a used car retailer concept launched inside Circuit City. They spun it off and sold their interest, only to watch CarMax thrive independently. Eliminating commission salespeople. In 2003, Circuit City fired a large chunk of their expert commission sales staff and switched to a lower-cost model. Soon these experienced people went to Best Buy. Customer trust and expertise were lost, and the store experience degraded. All of these decisions point to a central failure: the company didn't preserve what had made them great: service, expertise, brand, while trying to chase what seemed to be working: cost leadership, self-service, without the cultural backbone to support it. By 2006 to 2007 it was clear, things were unraveling. Sales began to decline, store experience suffered, competitive pressures mounted, and the company's financial position weakened. In 2007, the company laid off 3,400 retail employees, many experienced salespeople, as part of a cost-cutting plan. It backfired. Sales fell 12% year-over-year. Then the perfect storm struck in 2008, the financial crisis, housing bust, tightened consumer spending, all while Circuit City had minimal buffer and weaker vendor relationships. Suppliers tightened or cut off terms because they feared the company wouldn't be able to pay. Empty shelves, demoralized staff, and a brand losing energy. In November 2008, Circuit City filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. By March 2009, all stores had shut down. More than 30,000 people lost their jobs. The once mighty company was gone. From $10 billion plus valuation around 2000 to zero in less than a decade, a dramatic fall. Let's pull apart the core lessons, because this isn't just about one company. It's a blueprint of how greatness can disappear. 1. Misreading the market change. Circuit City continued playing the game it had won under expert selling, high-touch service, even though customer behavior had shifted toward price and convenience. The competitor, Best Buy, adapted. Circuit City did not. 2. Killing what made you great. The decision to lay off commission salespeople wasn't just a cost-cutting move, it cut the customer experience, the brand differentiator. They removed their unique edge. 3. Losing strategic assets and abandoning growth opportunities. Exiting the appliance business at the wrong time. Divesting CarMax. Decisions that look smart short-term but relinquished long-term power. 4. Weak leadership/board alignment. The board hired CEOs without the right instincts for retail or that particular business model. The leadership failed to understand what Circuit City was at its heart: retail, customer-facing, experiential. 5. Financial fragility and ignoring the warning signs. When the crisis hit, there was no cushion. Suppliers sensed trouble, inventory dried up, stores lost their mojo. One big variable, economic downturn, triggered the collapse of many smaller failures. So why should you care about a defunct electronics retailer in the US? Because the lessons apply to your business, your job, your career, any place where you might become comfortable and risk missing change. Stay aware of the shifts. What made you succeed yesterday may not define tomorrow's winner. Protect your differentiator. If your edge is expertise or service, don't outsource or cut it for short-term cost savings. Hire the right person for the right role. Skills, instinct, domain knowledge matter. Keep financial buffers. You must have flexibility to weather changes, not just lean for today. Don't confuse what you compete on with who you are. Circuit City tried to become best by rather than being itself, and lost both. If you apply even a couple of these to your work or business, you might avoid the Circuit City outcome. Here are the 5 big takeaways from Circuit City's story. 1. Success breeds complacency. Never assume your model is untouchable. 2. Change taste buds. Change business, technology, behavior, economic shift, adapt or die. 3. Don't throw away your secret sauce, service, culture, expertise. Those aren't free. 4. Make smart leadership bets. Hire people who've done the job, not just smart MBAs or cost cutters. 5. Build for resilience. Be ready for the bad times, not just riding the good. If we leave this story remembering one thing, no empire is immune, no brand is safe. The only thing that protects you is constant vigilance, alignment between strategy and identity, and an ability to evolve. So what do you think? Could Circuit City have been saved? What would you have done differently? Drop your take in the comments. I'd love to read them. If you found value in this, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss the next story of big brand rise and fall. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next episode of Behind Brand Success.